guys, I'm Phoenix Rain and welcome to another episode of Female Perspective. It's been a while since I did a video for you guys. A lot of stuff has been happening. So this is kind of an update to let you guys know what I've been up to, what's been going on. So first things first, since last time I was here, my kids got this outbreak of some horrible virus that all started when some fucking kid in my daughter's class coughed on her. Then she got sick. She missed about 3 days of school. She got my son sick and he missed 3 days of school. And finally, the oldest, he caught it also and he missed 3 days of school. Now at this point, they all have a horrible cough. They all have laryngitis. Their voices are fucked up. And just when I think the antibiotics are working and it's getting better, then they develop pink eye. All three of them have pink eye. So now I have an outbreak of pink eye in the house. It was just so stressful. I'm glad it's all over. Everybody's feeling better now. And I had a little talk with the principal about parents keeping their damn kids home when they're sick so that this doesn't happen again. Because they're bitching at me because my kids have too many absences and you need 90% attendance if they want to get promoted to the next grade. But how are you going to look at me and tell me my kid's promotion is in doubt because they have absences? They can't come to school sick because they get other kids sick. That's how my kids got sick in the first place. So if they enforced that rule, we wouldn't be in that predicament. So I owned her. That was the end of that. Also, I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but I love bachata, especially Romeo and Aventura. He's like my favorite singer. And there was a contest on radio station for Romeo VIP All Access passes to go meet him and have your CD signed by him when it dropped in November. I was fortunate enough to be friends with the DJ from La Mega, my favorite DJ, Alex Sensation, on Twitter. And we spoke previous times on Twitter. He knows I'm a fan and we talk while the show is on because he tweets live. And I was calling him like 500 times a day for like a week straight. I still have the calls in my call history in my phone. I was seriously beasting to get these Romeo passes, and no matter what I did, I couldn't get through. There was just so many people calling. It was impossible for me to actually win. Just when I was getting totally discouraged and I was giving up and I was like, I'm never gonna meet Romeo, it's over. He was actually cool enough to hook me up with the VIP pass. And for that, Alex, I am eternally grateful. You have no idea how much I appreciated that. So I actually went over to the Bronx, which is where the signing was at. I was handed my VIP pass, and 2 hours later, there I was getting my CD signed by Romeo himself. I am not even gonna lie, I was a total Uber fan. I was freaking out. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna cry. And he told me, please don't cry. He signed it. He gave me a hug and a kiss on the cheek, and I swear I was so happy the whole cab ride home. I was super hyped. So for you Spanish fans out there, you know what I'm talking about. Formula Volume 1. He also has some tracks on there featuring Usher and Lil Wayne, some non-bachata tracks. So if you guys want to check out Formula Volume 1, Romeo Santos, you can. And it'll be an interesting experience. Also, it happens to be that 1 week to the day, that following Tuesday, my favorite rapper, first was my favorite singer, now my favorite rapper, of course, Drake, I love Drake, was doing his CD signing in Best Buy. It happens to be that this particular Best Buy was at the same location, very, very close proximity to my job. I was so hyped that I was off that day and I can go meet Drake. Now, actually, this is not my first time meeting him. I actually met him June of last year when his first CD, Thank Me Later, came out. And I know from watching previous interviews that Drake loves boobs. He's a boob guy. So what I did was I wore like the most low-cut revealing shirt I owned to the signing. And I will never forget when he first looked up and saw me. We were talking, but he was looking down at my boobs while he was talking to me. He was so hypnotized. It was freaking hilarious. So I figured I'd be a little tricky and wear that same shirt to this signing. The way this one worked out, you have to earn your wristbands if you want to get your signature. Best Buy opens at 10 a.m. First 500 people are guaranteed a wristband with purchase of your CD. So I was there at 4 a.m. lining up to get my CD. To get my wristband. Best Buy last year, the release was at midnight. And that's when you got your wristband when you purchased this CD. And I was waiting online from about 1 p.m. till midnight that night. So I waited about 13, 14 hours for the Drake autograph the first time, and I waited the same number of hours for the second time. And I'll do it again next year. I'm a dedicated fan, and I will always be there. I show support for my favorite artist, and if Romeo has another one, I'll try my best to make it to that one also. Now, security sucked at the Drake signing. The crowd went a little crazy. Everybody almost got trampled, run over. There was a couple people that fell over. A pregnant girl was there. She had a panic attack. Like, it was just chaos. Security just let everyone run amok. And it became a dangerous situation. The cops showed up. People were getting kicked off the line. Some were even threatening police. They were ready to be arrested. But all in all, that night, I finally got to talk to Drake again after talking to him last year. And I walked up to him wearing the same shirt I had on last time. And I said, I don't know if you remember me, but, and he said, yes, I remember you from the Thank Me Later signing, right? And I was so fucking hyped, you have no idea. I was so excited that he remembered me. And I said, oh, so you do remember? He's like, yeah, and I remember that shirt too. So, not only did he remember me, he remembered the shirt I was wearing and my boobs. And that's for a particular reason, because I have a very conveniently placed tattoo there, which is kind of unforgettable. Not a lot of people have tattoos on their boobs, and especially not an original one like mine. So I can't blame the guy for remembering me. It's kind of hard to forget. So that was pretty fun. I thought I wasn't going to be nervous, but I gotta admit, I was pretty nervous speaking to him. And just like the first time, after I walked away and I got outside, I started crying like a super duper uber fan. I actually gave him my name tag from work, and he was going to sign it for me because he thought I wanted him to sign it. But when I actually told him it was for him, I wanted him to have it so that he can remember me, he was like, oh, word, I can keep it? I said, yeah, you can keep it. And he actually clipped it right onto his button down that he was wearing that day. So I was super excited. He was rocking my name tag. What else happened? Well, right after that, week after that was Thanksgiving. And I was planning on making a Thanksgiving female perspective for you guys, but I was just super busy. I was cooking, we were eating. Afterwards, we went to visit our good friend Avalon, where he cooked some delicious food as well. My kids actually love his cheesecake and his pie. He's known for baking some delicious desserts, so the kids pretty much stuffed their face full of cheesecake and pie that day when they had already stuffed their faces with my turkey. My turkey was so good that my daughter couldn't stop eating it, especially she loves the crunchy skin on top. She ate so much that she ended up with a stomachache that night. That was a little bit of a downer, but she woke up the next morning and she was fine. So it's good to know that my food tastes so good that she couldn't stop eating until she gave herself a stomachache. Even though I was wishing she didn't have a stomachache, it was still a really good holiday for us. We had lots of fun. Now, as far as work is concerned, recently, last week, on my way to work, I stopped by Dunkin' Donuts so I can get a coffee. And this Dunkin' Donuts, even though it's open 24 hours, the doors are locked, and the person working on the inside serves you through this walk-up window. So I was ordering a coffee, and when the worker walked away to go make my coffee, somebody walked right up behind me and just robbed me. He snatched my headphones right out of my ears. And it was one of those noise cancellation headphones with the gummies on the edge, so it was like really in there. I had no idea that anybody was there. He just snatched it right out of me. He kind of scratched my neck a little when he did, motherfucker. I guess he thought he could snatch my headphones and the phone was gonna go with it, because I was also being so reckless and careless that I wish I'd kick myself in the fucking ass for doing that. But I was texting while listening to music at the Dunkin' Donuts window. So I was basically an open fucking target. Like, hey, come rob me. Looking back on it, I was fucking dumb. But yeah, when he pulled out my headphones, I guess he thought he could take my phone also. But I had such a good grip on it because I was texting that all he got was the phone. Kind of messed up my headphone jack a little bit on top, but it's fine. I was just so lucky that he ran off after he got the headphones, and that he wasn't armed or anything, because he could have had a knife or a gun, or, you know, he could have punched me, pushed me, knocked me down, anything. But he was just some stupid motherfucker, some damn youngin' who came up behind me, snatched my headphones, and thought he had took my Android also, which he didn't. So if I ever run into the motherfucker again, it's on, because I work a block away from where that happened. So I'm hoping I don't ever fucking have to see him again. But if I do, I got something for you. Because ever since then, I am not careless with myself or my belongings. I'm fully aware of my surroundings, and I'm gonna protect myself from here on out. I'm not playing with my safety. I can't believe how reckless and careless I was that day. And I'm such a trooper that instead of just going back home, turning around and walking back home, I actually went to work. Now, I had a panic attack once I got to work. My manager actually bought me a bottle of water and calmed me down, because I was like super freaked out. Not because I was hurt or anything, it's just because I was so shocked by what happened. Because I walk past that block every day. I've walked past that block every day for the past 5 years, and nothing like that has ever happened. So just the shock of it all, like just feeling violated, like my privacy, my space was just so fucking violated at that point that I could just not stop crying.